Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to my latest video. And in this week's video, I'm going to get into, in my opinion, which is going to be a future star in the sport of boxing, which is Vasyl Lomachenko of the Ukraine. Basically, if you're not familiar with Vasyl Lomachenko, this guy has an outstanding amateur record of 396 victories and 1 loss, and is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. So basically, in the 2008 Beijing Olympics, he actually had 5 opponents and ended up outscoring them 58-13. And in the 2012 Olympics, he also won another gold medal. And it just goes to show you how good he is, especially where I just mentioned 2008 Olympics, outclassing world-class opponents by outscoring them 58-13. It is very impressive. And another impressive fact is in 2009 at the World Amateur Boxing Championships, he actually broke his hand and only conceded 7 points throughout the tournament and won a gold medal. So this guy just has one of the most outstanding amateur careers you're going to see. And basically holds some notable wins over Jose Carlos Ramirez, who at the time when Vasyl Lomachenko defeated him was ranked the #1 United States lightweight. And also he defeated Felix Vergara of Puerto Rico, who in my opinion is going to be another great fighter and a star in the sport of boxing. And he was actually named Boxing Scene's 2013 Prospect of the Year. And also Vasyl Lomachenko defeated the only man to ever beat him, Albert Shimenez of Russia. Vasyl Lomachenko actually avenged that loss twice. So he has an outstanding amateur record, lots of great fighters he fought against. And basically, when I'm watching Vasyl Lomachenko, I basically see a guy who has brutal body punching, can do a lot of different things. He can counter punch, he can walk you down. He can, like I said, he can do pretty well everything. He has good defense as well. You don't have an amateur record like that if you don't have good defense. And he's just a guy you definitely need to watch out for in the future. And I believe he was only dropped once in the amateurs. So I definitely think he has a good chin as well. And obviously down the road, most people want to see him fight Gilmore and Rigondeaux, another outstanding amateur fighter. And these two guys would that'd be an excellent fight. And I definitely love to see it myself. I hope they don't rush Vasyl Lomachenko into a fight with him though, because Rigondeaux is such a master of the sport. And the more experience Lomachenko gets, the better it is for him. So I definitely think and hope they don't rush Vasyl Lomachenko into that fight too early. But other than that, I definitely want to see that fight in the future. And basically, in Vasyl Lomachenko's first fight, he actually won by a 4th round stoppage off a body shot. And in his second fight, he's going for history against Orlando Salido, who is a WBO featherweight champion. And this guy's a real tough Mexican fighter. He broke Mikey Garcia's nose when they fought. And most promoters wouldn't put a young up-and-coming fighter against this guy, because this guy comes forward the whole night and brings hell on people, and he's very hard to get away, to keep him off you. So it's going to be interesting to see how Lomachenko deals with him, but I'm actually going to go on a limb and say that Lomachenko finishes him late in the fight and, just has a dominating performance, because I think this guy is going to be something to really watch in the sport of boxing, and I'm very high on him as a fighter. So definitely check him out and watch him make history Saturday night, in my opinion. And also check out the other fight too on that card, which is going to be between Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and Brian Vera. And basically this is a rematch. In the first fight, I thought Brian Vera won that fight. And basically they're doing the rematch because Chavez got a controversial decision. And I basically see Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. winning this fight. I'm not a big fan of him myself, though, personally. I think he's lazy and unprofessional. Like, this guy, I don't know, he's like me after I go to Pizza Hut buffet. He's just lazy sometimes, and I don't know what he's doing. But anyways, I'm not a big fan of him. And I definitely think the only reason where he got to where he is off his daddy's name, because his daddy was a legendary fighter. And basically, I think that he's going to win by late round stoppage against Vera or decision, just because he's so much bigger than Brian Vera. And the judges will obviously be favoring him because he's the main attraction of this event. So and Brian Vera didn't get the decision the last time, so what's going to change in this fight? But basically, check it out. Some decent fights on this card Saturday night, and it should be good. And definitely let me know what you guys think of Vasyl Lomachenko if you're familiar with him, and who you think is going to win the Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fight versus Brian Vera. Thank you for checking it out, guys. Appreciate it once again.